Stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to make one of the easiest baby quilts you'll ever make. Hi everybody, it's Claudia from Create with Claudia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Behind me on the wall is the quilt I'm going to show you how to make today. Super easy, comes together. You could probably make this in a day. It's a great baby quilt, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the fabrics too, because those were given to me by Benartex. Gorgeous, some blenders, and then this really sweet fabric. So I'll show you those up close in a second. You never know when you're going to need a quick baby quilt, and this one is super easy and super quick, and it's a great size. It's about 36 by 39 when finished. I'm using this fabric for Benartex. They asked me to do a project for them. It is a chevron pattern, very easy to do. I'm going to show you how to make it and put it together. You can easily do this in a day. It's a long day. I mean, it will take a while to make, but if you had time, and let's say you need a last-minute baby gift, this is what you should do. I want to tell you a little bit about this gorgeous fabric. This is the Sweet Little Lamb line designed by Greta Lynn for Benartex, and this particular one is called the Sweet and Cozy Words, and it definitely is sweet. You have dream big, cozy. I loved the colors that came with it, and I wanted to use this as the focal fabric. A focal fabric is that fabric you kind of choose and sometimes choose your other colors. So I picked this because I just fell in love with it. Sweet lullaby, you know, I could read you on and on, cuddles. But then I decided to go with this beautiful turquoise. This is from Benartex's line called Cotton Shot, and that I thought went really well with this. Here's the scrap I have left. Like there's that, I just thought that really picked up that blue. And then I went with yellow. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see all the colors. This gorgeous yellow. I love a yellow, and you don't find yellows so much. I wish we could find more of them. But this is the yellow again from Cotton Shot, and I thought that looked really pretty with this fabric. We sort of pulled out that yellow tone there. And last but not least was the green, and I love it's like a field or a meadow green, and I thought that pulled out that green from that lettering. So those are the four fabrics I used. I do want to say all of the directions can also be found on my website, www.createwithclaudia.com. All right, here are the fabrics you're going to need for this baby quilt. First off is fabric 1, and this is my focal fabric, meaning the fabric that I'm going to sort of build all the other colors around. It's this adorable baby one. Let me turn around so you can read some of it, counting sheep. You need, for piece A, you need 6 squares cut 7 inches square. Now, if you are a beginner or not so used to or need a little more wiggle room, you can cut these squares 7 1/4 inches. But I wanted to save a little fabric, so I just cut them 7 inches. This is what we're going to make our half square triangles with. Next up is piece B, and this is still fabric A, that focal fabric. And on this, you're going to need 12 strips cut 3 1/2 inches by 6 1/2 inches. So 12 strips of that and 6 squares of this. 3 1/2 by 6 1/2, 7 inches. Fabric 2, in my case, is this beautiful green, like a real pretty, like a spring or a grass green. You're going to need 6 squares that are 7 inches. Again, if you want to have a little more wiggle room with your cutting, you can cut them 7 1/4 inches. But these are 6 squares cut 7 inches. And this is piece C. Piece D, you need 6 strips cut 3 1/2 inches by 6 1/2 inches. Fabric 3 is this gorgeous yellow. I'm in love with this yellow. And you need 6 squares cut 7 inches, or again, if you want a little bit more wiggle room when you're cutting, 7 1/4 inches. And then on top of this, or with this, still with fabric 3, this was piece E. Piece F is you need 6 strips cut 3 1/2 by 6 1/2 inches. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. I cut these a few squares wrong. So this is the wrong size, but I'm using it as the demo for the video. So just pretend that this is 7 inches. So it's 6 squares cut 7 inches, piece E, and piece F is 6 strips cut 3 1/2 inches by 6 1/2 inches. And last but not least is fabric 4, this gorgeous turquoise. You need 6 squares cut 7 inches, or again, 7 1/4 if you want that extra wiggle room. And then you're going to need 6 strips of piece H. This is piece G, piece H, is 3.5 inches by 6.5 inches, and you need 6 of those. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make lots of half square triangles, and I'm going to give you the pairings. They'll be up on the screen, and don't forget this is all available on my website. There's a whole blog post with all of the measurements. You need the following: 3-piece A's paired up with 3-piece C's. The next pairing, you need 3 pairs of piece A with piece G. Then you need 3 pairs of piece E with piece C. And then 3 pairs of piece E with piece G. We're doing half square triangles 2 at a time. Very easy to do. It's just sort of like I would put my favorite playlist on and sort of muscle through all of them. First thing you're going to do is draw a diagonal line on the back of the lighter fabric. There we go. And then what you're going to do, and you're going to do this on all the lighter fabrics of those pairs that you made just a minute ago, you're going to line these up right sides together with the good side of the fabric facing each other. Just line them up nice and evenly. Hopefully you've cut them right. And then what we're going to do is we are going to sew a scant quarter inch seam allowance along each side of that drawn line. Don't sew on the drawn line. You're going to sew alongside of it a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And you're going to do that on all of those pairs. All right, so here it is. I've sewn down both sides. Hopefully you can see that. You can see down both sides. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ruler and a rotary cutter, and I'm just going to cut this in half on that drawn line. Don't cut through the stitches. Just cut it in half on the drawn line. And there we go. And then I'm going to press, and I will press to the darker fabric on all of these. So here these are nicely pressed, and now we're going to trim them down. And yes, it's a lot of trimming once you get going on these, but I'm telling you, they go really quickly. Put on your favorite playlist or whatever you want to listen to or watch. Well, you want to pay attention to cutting too, but you know what I mean. We're going to cut them down to 6.5 inches. For this, I want my square ruler. I love my square quilter's ruler. Any particular brand, whichever one is your favorite. I cannot live without this ruler. If there's anything, if you're a beginner, I highly suggest getting maybe 1 or 2 of sizes. This is 8.5 inches. I have a nice big one for blocks. I just love this ruler, especially for this reason. So remember when I said you could cut the square 7 inches? This is 7 inches, so it is almost perfectly 6.5 inches, which is the size you need. Once you've sewn the pieces together. But that's what I meant by if you want some more wiggle room, you could make those, those initial squares a little bit bigger. But in this case, I just made them 7 inches. So the first thing you want to do, you're going to line up that diagonal line on your ruler with that seam and get as close up to this edge as you can, making sure you're lined up nicely on that line, on that seam, and then we're going to trim off this edge and this edge. Okay, so there's one nice trimmed edge, and that's going to be your starting point. You're going to rotate that around, and you have this nice pointed point here, and you're going to find your 6.5 inch mark on that diagonal line, and you're going to put that right on that corner. And then this is where this, excuse me, I have allergy season is big time today. This is May, and sorry, it's actually the 2nd of June, so it's definitely allergy season. Line it up here, along here, and along here to that 6.5 inch mark. Hold it down nice and firm. And actually, I just moved my ruler a little bit, and that's not good. It's going to be a little bit off. Try not to do that. It's not too bad, and I think we're okay because it'll stretch just a little bit. And then trim that corner off, and then you have your nice 6.5 inch half square triangle. And you are going to do that with all of those half square triangles that you just made with all the different fabrics. Now, by the miracle of TV, I have already done those, or the miracle of camera, I should say. Here are all of my different half square triangles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust the camera because honestly, it's this plus all of these strips, and then we're ready to lay out this quilt and get the quilt sewn together. So this is my little makeshift design wall. It's just a piece of batting that I had extra. So don't jump on me because I probably will use that. I'll probably use this as the batting for this quilt, but I taped it up on my wall just so I could lay out the quilt for you. This is almost all of the rows put together already, and I did that little fast forward for you so you could see what it looks like. It's so easy to come together, but now I'm going to show you how to lay out that top row so we can get this quilt going under the machine. You start with a strip, and then a half square triangle, and then another strip, and then a half square triangle, then a strip. I added those strips to make those chevrons really pop. And then you're going to put in another half square triangle, another strip, and last but not least, barely fits up there, another half square triangle, another strip. I just love this bold pattern, and as you can see, you can do this in no time, and I think babies would love it. It looks so pretty in a nursery. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to piece each row together like so. Each individual row. I'm going to take my time with this because it's very easy to get this twisted around, maybe putting the half square triangle the wrong way. So you do want to pay a little bit of attention, and then once those rows are pieced, I'm going to piece the rows together, and that top is done. One thing I do recommend when you're laying this out is print out the plan, the layout, because that will help you with the direction of the colors and of the chevrons. So the individual rows are put together. I'm going to show you those in a second. I'm going to put them up on my makeshift design wall. And then we're going to sew those rows together. You're going to do a lot of pinning on here, and you're just going to sew them together using that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So here it is. It's all up on the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing the rows together. I'm going to take these top two before that design wall falls down. And we'll see now, I've already twisted it around. Make sure I did that right. Yeah. So I'm going to put them together, right sides facing. And then I'm going to get closer to the camera. I'm going to pin at each seam. That way I'll get some nice crisp seams and hopefully some nice points using that 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down. I'm going to finish up with the rest of the rows, and then I'm going to sew the whole top together, and you'll see how it looks. And then I'll show you how I'm going to quilt it. All right, here's the top finished. How cute is this? I love it. I am actually going to baste it and put the backing fabric on it. I'm going to use more of this really cute sheep fabric. It's the focal fabric, I call it. I'm going to use that for the backing and for the binding. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I quilt this. I think I'm going to just follow this chevron, the diagonal, or the diagonal lines. And I'm just going to do that across this way. Very simple quilting. It should go pretty quickly. I'm going to change out my machine so I have my quilting arm on it, or my quilting foot on it. And then I'm going to baste this, layer it up, and get ready to show you some quilting on it. So you can see I have everything set up for this. I have this little bar, which is great for me measuring the width of my stitches, or my stitch lines. But what I'm going to do, because I'm going to follow that chevron, is I'm actually going to start in a little bit, and then I'll work my way out this way. So I'm going to start here on this blue, just the way I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to work my way out that way, and then I'll continue on with the rest of the quilt. So when I did this video yesterday and I started editing it today, I realized after I had finished this whole quilt, this whole baby quilt, that I had forgotten totally and skipped over the binding part. My binding is nothing fancy. I use 2.5-inch strip widths, and I'm going to show you what I did. I'll tell you 2 different ways you can do it, but I do suggest on a baby quilt you do all machine binding, only because it's a little bit sturdier, and as we all know, baby quilts, you have to definitely have to wash them quite often sometimes. But normally I like to bind, I'll put what I do is I take the 2.5-inch strip, I fold it in half with the wrong sides facing, and then I put the raw edge on the front of the quilt and use a 1/4-inch seam allowance and sew it along the whole edge of the quilt. Then what I do normally is I'll flip it over to the back and hand stitch it on. For a baby quilt, I'm not going to do that. So what I do in this case is I sew it first to the back side of the quilt, that strip, that folded over strip, then bring it over to the front and then machine stitch it down. And I'm going to hold that up really close. Hopefully you can see it and it actually focuses. But you can see I sew all along the edge. It gives it a nice crisp finish and a nice secure finish. So that is how I did the binding. And thank you to Benartex so much for providing the fabric. And I do hope you give this a try. Apologize for the background in my studio. I am in the middle of reorganizing it a little bit, and I didn't even have time to hang up a quilt today, and I really wanted to get this video done. So I do appreciate you stopping by. Again, the whole pattern is over on my website, www.createwithclaudia.com. It has instructions and it has a couple layouts for you so you know what fabric goes where. But super simple, and I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great day.